Okay, we're in April and this is time to reconcile. All right, so this is the moment of truth. Did we do everything correctly or did we make mistakes? Will it reconcile or not? All right, first we start out with our credit card. Ending balance. Charges, yes we do. And again, as we always, say, once you complete the reconciliation, this will actually be booked. So let's make sure we know what we're booking. We're booking an interest expense. So expense account 64,100 will go up. It has to be debited to go up. What else is happening? This amount will be added to our credit card balance, 22,100. Liability goes up when credited, right? So this amount is a debit to account 64,100 and it is a credit to account 22,100. Okay. Once we finish reconciliation, it will be booked, not until then. All right, so here is that finance charge. We can mark that off. All right, so what do we have? We have the return. That's right here. That's good. We have the payment. That's good. What else? We have the purchases. Voila, we're at zero. That's what we want. Reconciliation is successful. Reconcile now. Later, no. Because we're ready to continue. You don't have to follow. I mean, again, QuickBooks tries to make it super easy for you. Sometimes that convenience becomes an inconvenience, but that's fine. Right? So now it's reconciling. So we would display both reports. We would print them, make sure our ending balance is correct. It's good. Yeah, cash charges, payments, all good. Everything lines up with the front page. We would print this report. We would print this report, attach it to the statement, and we're good to go. That concludes reconciliation of our credit card. All right, next we get to reconcile our payroll bank account. Let's see. Banking, reconcile. Payroll 194550. That's our set that. So do we have any service charges? Yes, we do. 1495 bank service charge. So once we proceed, it will be booked. What will it do? Well, it will increase our expense for service charges, thus it will debit it. What else will happen? It will reduce our bank account, our payroll bank account. Right? So once we finish reconciliation, this amount right here, 1495, right, it will become a debit to account 6400 and it becomes a credit to account 10,200. All right, let's continue. There it is, 1495, so we can mark that off. All right, let's take a look at our deposits first. This one right here, we have this one right here, and this one right here. And you remember, all three were booked different ways. And so far, so good. Let's fingers crossed, right? So now we have payments on taxes. So let's do those. So there it is. Again, if you remember, those were made using different methods. And okay, let's see. That's the 10,000 right here. That's the 200 right here. So what else do we have? Those are the checks. Okay, this is the payment. It's a little bit harder, but still doable. All right, and now we have checks to the employees. See if we can get those squared away. That's check 17, check 18, check 19, check 20. Yeah, so basically, if you remember, when we did one journal entry in this reconciliation module, it didn't carry it forward, right? So we do know that those checks numbers have been entered. However, because they were entered on individual, right, and this is just the payroll number, we don't see them. But that's okay, because again, the amounts are very similar, so we can have that leap of faith, but at the same time, you can see that certain level of details have been sacrificed. Anyway, will it reconcile? Yes, difference is 0. So you see, yes, we sacrificed some level of the details, but what's cool is that it reconciled. Payroll account reconciled, even though we booked it using 3 different ways. Reconciliation got a little bit harder. Why? Every time you sacrifice details, reconciliation gets harder. Anyway, reconcile now. Print both reports. Total balance correct. All the transactions are here, payments are here, all is good. So we would do is print these both reports, sign them, attach them to the statements. Payroll bank account is therefore reconciled. Okay, let's go ahead and reconcile our general account. Alright, make sure general is selected. Alright, statement date for 30, amount 149,737.22. Alright, do we have bank service charges? There they are, $14.95. Alright, now once we complete reconciliation, these bank charges will be booked, so we need to know the debits and credits behind them. We see the accounts right here. 6,400, right? That's expense that's going up. Expenses go up when debited, so $14.95. What else is happening? Well, the same amount will be taken from our bank account, right? And that's an asset, and assets are reduced when credited. There it is. This amount right here, it is both debit and credit, right? It is a credit to account 10,100 because it reduces it by that amount. Then it is a debit to account 6,400, right here, because it increases it. So good to go, right? Let's continue with our reconciliation. Alright, so we have our transactions here. We have our $14.95 right here. So we can click that off. Alright. And let's go to our deposits. Let's see, 9762.5, 46, 206.5, 38. There it is. So far so good. Alright, so far so good on deposits. Alright, deposits are good to go. Let's keep going. Transfers. Alright, there's 658.02, 31 right here, and 33,376 right here. Alright, now we just have checks left. Hopefully that works. Check 1025 right here. Check 1026. Check 27. 28, 29, 30. Yes, we're at 0, right? So again, our difference is at 0. That's what we want. We can click reconciliations. All right, reconcile now. Takes a couple of seconds here to complete the reconciliation. Sometimes, QuickBooks takes its time, right? It's not instant, it takes time to think. Maybe it's the, just the processing. But we'll just see. Here it is. Okay, so it asks, do we want to display and print both reports? Let's take a look at them first. Yes, our balance matches, our transactions match. Right here, we're good to go. So typically we would print both of those reports, attach them to the statement, sign it, and reconciliation for April is complete.